Thank you so much, Chairman Bowles and Chairman Simpson. I appear here in two capacities. I'm the co-director of Social Security Works, but I'm also was the former top aide to Alan Greenspan in his capacity as chair of the so-called Greenspan Commission.
And you did a fabulous job. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was a wonderful experience. Now, press reports assert that this commission's recommendations will be taken up in the lame duck session without the benefit of full hearings, open markups, or opportunity for amendment. If this is true, this would be unprecedented with respect to Social Security, including in 1983, and indeed unwarranted. Throughout Social Security's long history, Congress has always used the normal legislative process when considering Social Security. Another almost unprecedented action is discussing Social Security in the context of overall budget deficit discussions. Indeed, Congress has historically and appropriately worked very hard to keep the mandatory Social Security contributions of American workers, their employers, and the related income clearly distinct and separate from the federal government's general fund and related budget. Social Security's monies are segregated in a trust apart from the general fund. The law requires that it be displayed off budget. And as you know, the Budget Act expressly prohibits changes to Social Security from being part of any budget reconciliation process. And this is how it should be. Social Security is not simply a spending program. It's a pension plan sponsored by the federal government, and its assets are held in a pension trust. It has, as you know, no borrowing authority, but instead can legally pay benefits only if it has sufficient income and assets to cover the costs. Consequently, if at any point in the future it has insufficient revenue to cover the costs of benefits, those benefits will be automatically reduced without any action by Congress. As a consequence, though it can project a deficit, it can never actually run one. Though the general fund must incur costs paying interest on Treasury bonds held in trust and must, if requested, redeem those bonds, this should not be considered contributing to the deficit any more than I as an individual am contributing to the deficit if I seek repayment of Treasury bonds I hold as an individual. Social Security is projected to have a manageable shortfall still decades away. This is an issue that should be addressed in the proper forum, the House Ways and Means Committee and the Senate Finance Committee, where the expertise resides. There's no reason for haste or closed deliberations. The importance of Social Security demands that proposals receive very careful consideration. Any kind of expedited procedure behind closed doors would be a disservice to the American people. The best policy is to maintain those benefits, increase them for the most disadvantaged, and eliminate Social Security's funding gap by a few carefully crafted proposals, which are good policy in and of themselves. In my written statement, I provide such a plan. Poll after poll has consistently shown that the American people would prefer to pay more for Social Security than have those benefits reduced. In my view, this commission should defer to Congress, and Congress should follow the will of the people. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Even though I and many people refer to this as the Deficit or Debt Commission, it is the National Commission of Fiscal Responsibility and Reform, and the President did ask us to look at this as one of our goals, so that's why we're reviewing it. Thank you.
And if I could just say, I hope that when you do, that you think about, as I say, what poll after poll has shown, because I think it's not only good politics, I think it's very wise policy. Thank you.